What's up? What's up, guys?
Hey, friends.
Greetings, fellas.
We have an offer for you.
We'd like to make a small deal.
We have an interesting proposition.
Get the new shiny Dota 2 ticket.
Buy the new Starladder ticket.
Support us with ticket purchases.
And we promise to show you our best.
We'll show you excellent and magnificent Dota.
We will make sure you see some amazing games.
Take the first step into the next season.
We are counting on you.
Help us make Starladder 11 awesome. We will see you again sooner than you think.
Thank you for your support.
And your contribution will make us a little bit happier. Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 of this opening best-of-3 series. Team eHug versus Fire Dota. Team Fire up 1-0, and I have to say, man, they looked a hop and a skip better than eHug that last game.
At least you haven't used Fires on Fire.
Fires on Fire. You know, I hadn't even thought of that one, but now that you've planted that seed will sprout into a fire flower this game.
Make the non-easy jokes, man. Put some thought into your jokes.
I wish I had a funny fire joke.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Well,
I don't like that one.
I mean, I don't like
too
that.
easy. Dude.
I don't like that one either.
Too easy. It was too easy for Fire last game.
It was definitely so. And as you pointed out, their icon looks suspiciously similar to an old icon I know, the Sneaky Nick's Assassins. But boy, are they loving some Centaur, man. They played the IX Mike Centaur last game, and what's that saying about not fixing what's not broken? Guess Mike's going to have another go at it.
Or he needs more practice on Centaur.
I've
seen him die so many times on Centaur, but he actually played pretty well last game. His turnaround on bottom lane, I think, was really good early on when they got first blood. And
so I've seen Mike die a lot on an array of heroes, not just the Centaur.
Yes, that is also correct.
So the other almost strange thing, both teams seem very stuck in their ways here, just looking at these initial drafts. eHug, they had Void and Venge very early on in their last draft, and it just didn't work for them, which is why I'm surprised to see him go back for it. The Venge
they weren't aggressive enough. I feel like Dazzle was too passive of a hero for them, and Invoker was also... like, he's not running around the map doing stuff. They needed, like, a puck. Someone to just get in there, silence, just wreak havoc everywhere, and that was just not what they did last game. So hopefully they'll do something a little bit different aside from these first picks.
I mean, maybe they'll draft an Ancient Apparition this time, as you pointed out.
That was so important for them.
Yeah, to pair with Avenge. It has not been banned out. Fire could opt to just take it for themselves once more. They banned out Witch Doctor and Zeus, so still two good spellcasters that could have paired nicely with the Void.
At least they banned out the Brew. That Brew was just the total wrench in all their plans, and I mean, Brew's just one of those heroes that has been so prevalent in the past few months that you either ban him or you have a plan for them. And they didn't do either last game, which really makes me reconsider eHug as a team in general. Like, their drafter just lets that hero just dominate them. I wouldn't say it's like a free victory for Fire, but I would say the Brewmaster was the majority of what happened last game. Just destroyed them. I mean, a little bit was like their play too, but it just made things so easy for Fire. So, got another semi-faceless Void counter.
Yep, the Earthshaker, another hero that pairs well with the Mirana. Will probably be fluff on the Mirana again, so I guess that's your fogged hero most likely. Maybe they'll do the old switcheroo, but yep, any kind of long-range stun, good against the Void. Pops down his Chrono, hit him with a stun, and that no-face piece of shit, he's just standing there trying to figure out which way's up, which way's down.
Don't forget Ush plays Mirana a lot. I remember during the TI4 qualifiers, he played Mirana like almost every single game that it was available, which was most of the time.
Okay. I feel like the farming Mirana has really kind of fallen out of style. I don't know. I can't...
It has, but...
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw something.
I'm just saying it's an option for them.
It is an option.
Like a viable option, not just like, oh yeah, you can put Mirana mid. Resolution style. But it is something that us plays a lot.
Okay, Puck for Team eHug.
Radiant team
Oh,
pick.
and Infinity's back. So last game they had, who was their stand-in? Somebody was here.
MSS.
MSS was here instead of Infinity. So maybe that'll be the big difference maker here, and we'll see Fire struggle a bit more coming into Game 2. I believe Infinity is the Puck player.
Yeah, this is definitely what they needed last game with the Puck instead of the Invoker. Like, the AoE silence is just so important because if they didn't get a
10
Chronosphere
seconds
on the
remaining.
Brew, it was just pretty much a fight over. So with Puck, they have
5
another way to
seconds
get in
remaining.
there, another high mobility hero, too, which
Reserve time.
will probably lead them to a lot better early skirmishes.
Yeah, probably. At least they have a tempo controller now. Still need some damage to dump into that Chronosphere, and the Night
Dire
Stalker
team pick.
picked up by Fire. What are you thinking about the new Night Stalker, Merlini?
I've seen him in action a few times, but I haven't seen him dominate during nighttime, which is what I expect from a Night Stalker. I don't know. He still has a lot of room to grow because I think you have to draft strategies around him. Like draft heroes that can take advantage of the vision, draft heroes that can, just
10
punish
seconds
people during
remaining.
nighttime. Instead, it's mostly just like the other team playing scared, and you're just like slightly
5
out farming them
seconds
during
remaining.
nighttime, which you could do that during night and day if you pick a different tempo controller. So
Reserve
it's
time.
difficult to see him in a strat like, oh my gosh, Night Stalker owned here, and he was the hero to pick. And instead, it's like, oh yeah, Night Stalker owned here, but any other tempo controller would have done the same, or Night Stalker didn't do well, and they should have picked a different hero. So that the verdict's still out for that guy. I don't know about him.
Yeah, he's in an odd place. Still that very momentum-based hero, though. And here's
Radiant team
another
banned.
tried-and-true classic. Razor, the Lightning Revenant. He's also been kind of up and down. Certainly not as popular as he was a few months ago. Again, one of these heroes, kind of like the Void, that's just been hit with back-to-back-to-back micro-nerfs, and now he's just overall a
10
little bit
seconds remaining.
less scary than he used to be, but can still pack quite a punch. Still a
5
very strong
seconds
laner.
remaining.
Yeah, I guess they're. Are they going to do Puck
Reserve
off lane? I
time.
think it might be an MJW Puck
10
and then a Razor
seconds
mid.
remaining.
Or it might still be
5
off lane Puck,
seconds
but
remaining.
or Infinity Puck rather, but it might be off lane instead of mid. I think it's better versus Night Stalker. Night Stalker has a lot of
Dire
damage,
team banned.
Yeah.
and Razor matches up very well versus Night Stalker. Cool. Well, look at the last ban. It will be an AA ban out for
10
Fire
seconds.
Dota.
I think that
remaining.
makes sense.
Yeah, the Razor pick though. I don't know. I don't like Razor that much this patch.
Radiant
I didn't
team
really
pick.
like him last patch. I didn't really like him that much the patch before. But
At least-
he keeps getting nerfed.
At least he's not like first pick every game like he was for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. He just doesn't really seem to do that much. Like, he farms decently, and then he gets his BKB, and then, I don't know.
Ag's Refresher, I think, is still the way
10
you got to do it.
seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
he gets kited by Sense, it seems.
Yeah. It's not going to be an easy game for him.
5
Even Night
seconds
Stalker with
remaining.
the slow.
They don't really have that many quickie spells, right? Like,
Dire
click on
team
hero,
pick.
except Night Stalker.
Jesus. Morphling, the final choice for Fire Dota. So,
That's nasty. This is where they really wish they picked up the AA instead of the Razor.
yeah. Elder Titan banned out also. Oh, man. There is just...
10
There's nothing to
seconds
deal with this
remaining.
Morphling right now, except the Waning Rift from Puck. That is all they have. They have
5
us
seconds
silence.
remaining.
I
One
guess
silence.
I guess that's something. It's better than no silence.
Yeah,
Reserve
and
time.
Morphling has a ton of armor, so he doesn't really get affected that much by Vantage and Razor with their minus armor shenanigans. And
Yeah.
of course, Faces Away with his right click can't do that much. So the Morphling pick is really nice, but I would also say it's a deficiency of the eHug draft that allows the Morphling to shine, similar to Brewmaster last game.
Yeah.
The Brewmaster, the fruffin' stuff. I don't know, man.
Final choice from
It's not
eHug.
looking good for Fire or for eHug.
What do they have at their disposal here? They need somebody that can do damage in that Chrono. I think
Disruptor.
Jakiro or Disruptor. That's probably my top two.
I think the Silence is really good versus Morphling, and the Glimpse is also really good too. So my pick would be Disruptor.
10 seconds
What else? They
remaining.
can also do like a Lich if they really want to, and just try and shut down the Morphling's farm.
5
but-
seconds remaining.
Yeah.
There's the Disruptor. So,
Got it.
all right. Another silence to
Radiant
deal with the
team
Morphling.
pick.
That's good. That's at
Yeah.
least something. But I still... I mean,
Disruptor is really nice here, though. I mean, he's good versus Earthshaker. He's good versus Stampede Runaway. I don't
Yeah.
know. His ult's pretty good versus Mirana, too.
I don't know. These drafts are interesting. I could see either draft kind of running away with it a little bit. But I have this sneaky suspicion that Ush is going to play like he did last game and be kind of quiet early on and then just come into this elusive mid-game where, like you pointed out before, once he got near that heart, there wasn't even a time when he was close to death. And I think his Morphling might be a little similar here once he gets his Lincolns or BKB or whatever it is he goes for first. This could be a BKB first kind of a game, frankly.
Yeah, if he goes BKB first, like
10
if he waveforms
seconds
in, then
remaining.
Razor can just ult him, or sorry, static link him, and he just wastes his
5
BKB. So
seconds remaining.
I think BKB is important for him, but I think it's a later phase item for him. But we will see.
Okay, well, here we go. Game number 2 of our opening best of 3. Again, the winner of this
Prepare for
series will
battle.
be moving into the grand finals with a with a 1-game advantage in that best of 5, and that's a pretty good way for this day of Dota to go. This could be
Do you know what the hashtag TYBG is?
TYBG.
It's Infinities. Hashtag
No.
TY. Thank you, bad game.
Thank you, bad game. I was thinking thank you, Battleground. I'm not sure. Who
Thank
knows?
you,
Thank you, bad guy.
bad guy. I don't know. We'll have to ask
Big
him.
guy.
Thank you, big guy.
Thank you, big guy.
That sounds like one of the worst hashtags I've ever.
I don't know. Maybe you should type it into Twitter and see what pops
30
up.
seconds to battle.
Urban Dictionary. It is the abbreviation for "Thank You, Based God."
Oh, that makes
So,
sense.
There you go.
We got 2 of it right.
Got
Two
the TY.
doors.
All right. Based God. Well, Dire side, it's Team eHug, the team that was undefeated in the group stage, and now entering Strug City as it comes to the winners round finals. SN will take the Faceless Void,
The
looks
battle
like to the
begins.
off lane, maybe joined by SNA on the Disruptor. It's Infinity. TYBG headed to the mid lane. He was not here in Game 1, but looks like he was able to make it for Game 2. Lust will be on the Vengeful Spirit. That puts MJW on the Razor. They will do a safe lane try as the Raptor claws his way towards the top, and SN will be left by his lonesome here in the off lane.
Why are they doing a Faceless Void off lane instead of a Puck? I'm very curious as to that. Because Razor is better match versus Night Stalker. I think the Puck is better match versus the Morphling since he has the range advantage. And I think he's just a lot more survivable. I don't know.
Well, we're going to see it already. SN gets stunned up and will be blocked out here. Has a time walk. Not going to be forced to use it, but Fogged showing him whose house it is. And it is the Earthshaker. That is Fogged on Earthshaker. Ush will be on the Morphling. And it will be Fluff once again on the Mirana as they're all joined in the bottom lane. TC will go mid on the Night Stalker. And that puts Mike again in the off lane on the Centaur War Runner here.
With the return level 1. Bringing it back.
This time.
Love the old school stuff this game. By old school, I mean 2 months ago. But that's Centaur with return and Razor.
Just Razor in general. Just Razor.
Just Razor.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of rings of protection to get things started early on. But I do agree with you for the lanes. I think some of it is just the comfort. Infinity is their mid player. He likes to play puck. And
They switch pretty often. MGW and Infinity.
yeah.
But who knows?
You know, that's where he's most comfortable. The big issue here, though, is SN is just not going to get much. He is going to find a baseline of experience. You mentioned the range issue that Morphling brings to the table, but they will be able to kill him here once they get a couple of levels on these supports and just one fissure into arrow, and it'll be tricky here for ol SN. Not finding too much in the way of last hits, though. Neither is the Morphling, to be perfectly fair. SN being the bully down here as he harasses them all back, and his 2 last hits up on the Morphling, believe it or not.
Yeah. How does that happen?
From the tempest of battle.
I don't know. Mirana's been maybe spending too much time in the jungle, but now Fluff on his way over, ready to line up the arrows. Here we go. This could be your first blood attempt. Ush hitting him with the auto attacks. SN with 1 point in the backtrack. Whoa, what a time walk. As Fog tries to trap him out with the fissure. Not going to happen that time around.
Very well played. Well played, well played. Easy regeneration for Rune for Night Stalker. No surprise there. He is ahead of the puck in terms of CS. And with this Void, I don't know. We'll see how much he moves in the first night too. Night Stalker was in a really strange place because of the day-nighttime change. I would actually say that it really hurt him that it cycles every 4 instead of 6. Because before it was 6 minutes, you're level 6, boom, you go out and kill people. Now it's like you're like level 4. You really want to move from the mid lane level 4 with that precious experience and farm that you need, because usually you sit in mid until maybe like 9 or 10 minutes when you farm your Blink Dagger, right?
Yeah.
Or you farm, treads, earn maybe on Night Stalker or something like that. But yeah, now it's just a little bit too early. We'll see what they want to do with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the change to the darkness now, how it doesn't pause the cycle, so you can use it during the day and it gives them a little more versatility, whereas before you pretty much wanted to use it in the night to extend that as long as you could. So I do like the changes, and curious how well it'll work for TC here. They try to roam on him, but Lust and SNA will be unsuccessful. SNA takes a little tower shot there, and they will just retreat as TC goes right back to farming. Meanwhile, in this bottom lane, things have leveled out more the way you'd expect. Ush has taken over the last hits, and SN, well, sitting pretty in the single digits with brown boots and a poor man's shield. Safe lane, MJW getting a solid amount of farm, as you would expect. Razor with 950 gold saved up. Where you going, MJW? Is he thinking about a Midas? I think he is.
Uh-oh, SN in the pit.
He has a time walk, but he's silenced. Arrow will miss. And SN will live, it looks like. No, he won't. Okay. He was about to time walk to that high ground, but TC just hits him down with a Void, and there you go. The hero that you really don't want to give first blood to, the Snowbally Night Stalker.
Yeah, and I think even if he had time walk, TC can just chase him down. The 3-1-1 build. No problem.
Not for you.
No problemo when it's nighttime. Now the Night Stalker can enjoy some easy farm here. Actually beating Puck in CS by a decent margin in the mid lane.
I think some of it has to do with the regen too. He can spam Void on creeps.
Yep. True that.
True that.
But now at nighttime, Infinity playing notably more passive here with that shiny Puck tail of his. They have just sacrificed the offlane. Mike doing the same thing he did last match, but maybe a bit earlier. Level 3 moves into the jungle, starts chopping down the creeps. So, just sacrificing the offlane. Not really much he can do against these heroes. If he pushes remotely far forward, he'll glimpse back. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's got a time walk, though. Fluff saving the arrow. Is he even going to chuck it? Nope. Okay, Faceless Void will live. Bit of a close call. He is pretty elusive as an offlaner. I'll give him that. But the problem is, Puck, I feel like, can recover a little bit better. Void is kind of becoming a liability this game with just no items. And
yeah, Puck can actually fight without items. Even without a Blink Dagger, I still think he can do a lot. And then Void is just like, yeah, Chrono, and then what? Razor's going to, what, link you maybe?
Radiant structures are
I guess.
fortified.
I don't know. It's going to be tricky. Fogged up top, trying to defend this incoming push. Radiant will use their glyph. Fog helps break it up with a fissure, and he will find support from the Centaur. That will stop this push. Dead in its tracks.
Illusion.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
And Fire, again, just much better rune control. You see a 6-minute rune going to both of them, 4-minute rune going to them, 2-minute rune going to TC with a regen, and it's just... Oh, Infinity TP's out in mid, almost dies to the Night Stalker there. But, I mean, this early game is just going terribly for them, I'd say. Like, Void was doing okay. He had, what, 7 CS when you mentioned it maybe 3 minutes ago. Now he only has 9. He gave up first blood. He's getting harassed on bottom. He doesn't have any more regen.
Yeah. Things are getting out of control. Morphling and Razor are farming about the same rate, so the position ones are still doing okay and kind of comparative with one another, but
is under attack.
I just think the Morphling free farming is a lot scarier, and these other lanes just make such a big difference. TC now really pulling ahead of the puck. Infinity not going to have a very quick time to blink this game, and now actually gets initiated on. SNA comes in and will glimpse back the Night Stalker. That'll be the end of this little tiff, but you can see the amount of pressure that Puck is on just from Void spams alone. Really hurts what he can do.
Yeah, he can't put any pressure out on the Night Stalker at all. Whereas like let's say a Razor can at least do something.
Yeah.
I would say, but well, eHug does have a very good team fight lineup, though. I would say much better than Fire's. They have a 3 AoE ultimates: Static Storm, Dream Coil, and the good old Chronosphere that we all know and love. And IX Mike.
They're thinking about the setup. He's not yet level 6, so no Stampede. Is there a glimpse? Up in 1 second. He needs the vision. He'll find it. Now Mike gets pulled back. Looking for a hoof stomp. Will pump fake it. They just don't have the damage to bring him down. Now TC coming in. Throws out a void. It's going to be daytime soon. Beautiful fissure from Fog. Stops 2 dead in their tracks. He's not 6. Can't dunk. Infinity comes in. Coil on 2. Now Fog. About to get turned around on. They'll also get the kill onto TC. And eHug get on the board with a nice set of kills as MJW picks up a twofer.
That was strange TP in by Night Stalker. He TP'd in with like half HP, and then he like voided, and then he couldn't go in to finish off the Disruptor.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Ooh, arrow. Almost hits SN down bottom. That would have been an easy kill. But now Ush waveforms in. SN with some backtrack action here. Going on to Fluff. Has a Chronosphere, and oh, Fluff and stuff. Bites off more than he can chew, and down he goes.
TYBG with the backtrack on the waveform.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Level 1 backtrack.
Dire's bottom tower.
They've already used the glyph though. Now Ush going on to the tower, looking for the first tower kill of the game, and he shall find it. Gets the last hit.
Bottom tower
and that'll be a little pick me up for Fire after that initial failed skirmish. Levels out the gold graph, and we got an even game on our hands now. Lust coming out the top lane, looking for a wraparound maybe. Gets a lane ward down. And they will want to get aggressive on this tower and knock it down pretty soon. Mike does almost have his level 6. Halfway through 5, and that is first big milestone for the team, I think.
And Darkness has already been used by TC, so they don't really have to worry about it for some time to come. Looks like they're trying to gank mid.
Are they? Yeah, it's going to go the other way, though. Infinity gets stunned, arrowed, silenced, and everything else under the sun. And Puck will just get destroyed. The burst damage coming out from this roster.
Great position by Fog there. He was just waiting in the trees, expecting a gank on the Night Stalker during the daytime. So it won't be a Scepter rush for MJW. We see the point booster come out already.
Okay, no mech, no drums. Interesting.
Smoke, top, Fluff, and Fog running by the Observer Ward.
If they're smoked up, it'll be okay for now. Stampede used by Mike to set it up on MJW. Arrow from Fluff connects and ends up being another easy one. Mirana gets credit for that kill as the support rotation yields a much-needed kill on that farming Razor. That'll knock him down a few rungs and secure the first place seat on net worth for one Chris Usher here on the Morphling.
Yeah, but he's left bottom lane. I think he's really the only one that can farm out there, like closer to T2 in relative safety. I guess maybe not with a Disruptor in the game, but once that bottom tower's down, you'd think that's a big, nice boon for Fire, but actually you can see heroes like Vengeful Spirit farming up pretty far by her lonesome with that tower down.
Yeah. It is an age-old trap. In your safe play, knocking down the tower early, if you lose that lane control, can be hard to get back. And you see Lust really capitalizing. He's level 5 and just soaking up that experience, getting some gold, really getting that economy rolling. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Fire grouped up, ready to defend this tower. Ush will stay in the mid lane, and the supports will join TC here as creeps shove in. MJW, one of the problems with this build that he's going for...
IX Mike going for...
Oh, no. Or not.
They're really intent on defending this T1, though.
Yeah.
And as they should be. Like, if they commit a little bit too far, like, let's say if Faceless Void goes in for a jump, he can just fissure block all 4 of them off. I guess maybe not Puck, but, you know, you don't want your Void to be away from the rest of your team, especially an under-farm Void. Looks like he will go Quelling Blade with the Morbid Mask, proceed into a jungling build, which is good if you're playing for efficiency. It looks like Centaur trying to work on his Blink Dagger. 700 gold away. We see another smoke come out from Fire.
This time, they might move into the jungle. Nope, looks like the mid lane is where they will set their sights. Fluff and Fog leading the charge. Puck will use the orb. They saw it, but can they actually get here in time to do anything?
Radiant's middle tower
doesn't look like it.
Morphling
will get the bounty rune down bottom, fills up his bottle there. Instead, they catch on Lust. And there's a fissure to start it off. Easy pickings here on the Vengeful Spirit. Another successful smoke gank from Fire, and more successful farming from the Morphling. Ush finding plenty of space here in the mid. Not going for BKB or Linkens. Instead grabs the Yasha first item after the treads.
It's a good farming item. It's like a halfway in between, like a, you know, a fighting and a farming build. I actually like this Yasha pickup a lot.
Yeah, pretty rare though. You see most Morphlings go that Yasha after whatever the core item is, so feeling fairly safe in his ability to farm for now. They will put some pressure on this tier 1 mid, but eHug not having it. They will rotate for defense. They've got 4 of their 5. And just their presence will push Fire off the tower.
They needed the glimpse. I don't know where that was. Like, they should be punished heavily for an engage like that. 2 of them beating on the tower without their whole team. That's prime time for a glimpse. Easy pick off one, and that will waste nighttime too. Oh, it's a Vlad's Rush. Okay. It's a cool build. You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you can farm during the daytime, and that's a problem that a lot of Night Stalkers run into. Is like, okay, what do I do during the day? I went ganking items like, let's say, Earn Bottle Treads, and I can't really farm well with these, at least farm sustainably. But with the Vlads, you can do a little bit of both. Armor for taking the tower, and Ush will pick
Solo
up
in the world here. Yeah, gets a solo kill on Puck. Caught the tail end of it. Was not quite prepared for that, but the farming Morphling now getting kills. That'll open up for some pressure on this tier 1 mid. The glyph has already been used, and well, they'll get it into deny range.
They need the glimpses.
Where's the Raptors? He's not even here. He's up top. Arrow will connect on SN. Now this might set up for yet another kill. He gets silenced and stunned. Swap from Lust helping out. Infinity now coming in. TP's to the tower that has since gone down. Void's here. Chrono on 1. Catches TC. And Fogged around the backside. Probably going to get left behind. Comes back with a dunk. Finds the kill on SN. Nicely played by the Earthshaker. And that'll make it a 1 for 2. Still not quite what Fire had in mind. Fluff with an invisibility rune. Scouting it out. Walks by a sentry. Uh-oh. Does not have an ultimate or a leap here. And there you go. Makes it with a 1 for 3. There was a buyback on the Puck, though. Oh, okay. Thought Infinity got back pretty quickly. Puck did have to buy back to make that all happen. So ties it up 6-6, but it is still Fire that have a pretty sizable gold lead.
It's nice that they can take a fight like that during nighttime, though. It'll, you know, Night Stalkers are much less willing to take fights. It's like, oh man, we took a fight during nighttime. How am I even supposed to take a fight during the day? And it looks like MJW will get this tower, or it will be denied. But regardless, it will fall. Almost Scepter completed. He doesn't have that much of ability, though. No phase, no drums, no BKB.
Yeah, that's the issue. I think Ag's Refresher is still your ideal late game build, but you need some sort of a buffer before that, because now you've got this big damage dealing item, but you can't really go in the front lines. You're not that tanky with just an Ags and
he can if there's a good chrono, or if they're sieging towers. If they're sieging towers, he can always get swapped out, and then they can just re-engage after a Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, that's true. The Venge does tip the scales a little bit, I guess.
Night Stalker looking for a gank on top.
Moonlight Shadow's already been deployed. TP back to the tier 2, and yeah, they won't find anyone. Looks like they'll have to settle for some more damage on this tower.
Man, do you see this ward vision? That is so pathetic with darkness.
That
is a sad ward right there. That is pretty ridiculous.
But look at the vision again. I mean, Fire has 3 wards. They're very, very aggressive, which plays well into Night Stalker's theme.
Are fortified.
Yep.
And I think they're set up for a better mid game.
Yeah, good coverage of the map in general. You can tell where their priorities are, and that is ganking the jungle. So, wards achieving that. Dire, they've got 1 ward down around the Roche pit, soon to expire. So they are once more lacking on the map vision. As they say that, though, they'll get a ward down in the jungle. So both teams perhaps looking to turn up the aggression a bit as we move in towards the mid-game. Fire will finish off the tier 1 tower top, and eHug will rotate bottom and maybe look to kill this tower of their own.
Fire loves to blow all their smokes early. I think if eHug can realize that maybe in like later games, I think they can actually beat Fire, but they've gotten so much mileage out of each and every one of their smokes.
And now eHug in this kind of awkward position where they're still pushing the tier 1 tower in the bottom, and Fire have now moved into the tier 2 up top. Both teams will glyph just about simultaneously. This could very quickly turn into a 2-for-1 tower trade, and never what you're looking for in a situation such as this.
Dire's top tower
Void
is under attack.
and Razor get 2 big item pickups. They will make it back with plenty of time to defend. Infinity Haste Runed. And Stampede will be utilized here as well. Where are they going? Looks like it'll be Lust as Centaur blinks over him. Marana hits him with an arrow. Fogged, caught in a Chronosphere off on the backside. Chrono just for the Earthshaker. Sort of now goes the other way. Not quite.
I don't know. They have a haste on Infinity. They can catch him out with the coil here.
Oh, the glimpse back. Yeah, they're going to catch Fluff. He's definitely down. All right. 2 for 2. Or 2 for 0, rather.
See, that's the thing about glimpse. It's just take like 1 kill pickoffs into 2, 0 into 1, and incrementally you get an edge. But that's really the first glimpse that we've seen that has yielded in a kill that wouldn't have normally happened. Actually, I think that would have happened anyways with the puck. The puck had haste. You could have caught him out with Blink Coil.
Yeah.
Oh no, Infinity gets fissured into... Oh no.
Can we live? Nope. Centaur still chops him down. SNA might be able to grab a counter kill onto Mike. Yes, Static Storm's more than enough. Now Fogged. Solo dunk onto SNA. Does he have a fissure? Yep, in about 1 second. Night Stalker's on his way in, and that'll certainly yield a kill. So now it's a 1 for 2. The other way around. Fire trading their Centaur for a couple of eHug pickoffs. SN could be in some trouble. Arrow. Whoo, it's close. Shaves his beard a little bit, but he will not get hit.
His tentacle beard?
Yep. Davy Jones, the Faceless Void. Tentacle beard creeps me out, man. Thinking about a beard of tentacles, it's just gross.
I try not to think about it.
I try not to think about it.
So eHug also needs ancient stacks. Like Venge can be pulling it with the Wave of Terror, and then they can take it out with Razor Ultimate. I think that's actually probably one of the best uses that they can use of Razor Ultimate right now, especially considering their posture, defensive posture.
Yeah. 8 to 9, still a pretty decent gold lead for Fire, about 3,000. They have been a little more active about taking out towers, though it is only 3 to 2 in their favor. Is this a smoke? Yep, sure is from eHug.
Oh no, but they have the BKB already up on the Morphling.
Yep.
They should know though, since they had the Observer Ward there, but...
Yasha to BKB. Ush will get caught inside of the Chrono, so the BKB not going to make a lick of difference as he gets silenced and blown up. Okay. Well, nice value gank there. Now they'll rotate towards the top lane. Infinity comes to the defense. TC doing some math, thinking about if he wants to initiate here, but it is daytime. No ultimate available. He does have a friend nearby. Fluff can hit an arrow. Maybe they can go for a kill. The Orb aggressively. Nope, not going to make a go on Infinity. Instead, they might find SNA. They've got vision. This is Radiant Vision we're looking at here. They see the Raptor. Beautiful arrow from Fluff. Mike hops in and easy kill on the Disruptor. Nice setup.
Yeah, I mean, these engages are just so strange. Normally, you just see a Disruptor, like someone TP in, and then all of them run away, and then you glimpse one back and get a kill. But like this is not how you get pickoffs with glimpse. Granted, Fire has very good vision in the opponent's jungle, but
again, this is Radiant Vision we're looking at here. They see the Void just farming away. Moonlight Shadow use. SN not even going to see it coming. Oh, or will he? What game sense?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, looking at Dire, they have no vision there. That was just... this is scary. They're all missing. That was a really close call.
Nice plays.
Smart from the Void.
Darkness is up again. And he will use it. Look at where Lust is standing. I'm not really exactly sure why he's there. I guess maybe he wants to place a ward. Oh no! IX Mike?
I think he put this ward. Did he put this Mike Wazowski ward down recently?
Well, he put the one to where Ush is standing right on top of right now.
Yeah, yeah. So this was just where he ended up trying to make his escape. I don't think they'll see him.
He has a DP. He could have easily gotten out. I guess he wants to place another ward.
Yeah, this is Dire Vision right here, though, so the ward's not giving him a huge amount of intel. He saw them walk by, and he's just going to play this patient. Oh, mid lane, there you go. They jump in right on the Void, and, well, we got to see that from the Dire perspective. And that's what happens when you just have no vision around that area of the map. They hop in and...
See, they draft well around the Night Stalker. They have an arrow, which you need vision to dodge. They have 2 blink initiators, too, so they can... almost always get the edge on jumps with the benefit of, with the aid of darkness. So that's cool. Cool draft.
And now the BKB is up on the Night Stalker, so TC is still farming pretty scary. This is not quite when Night Stalker falls off, but I think the Lost might be AFK, man. He's still just chilling. He's having his picnic sandwich and getting more and more curious what he's waiting for. Oh, he's going to poke his head out. He might bump right into Fluff. All right, gets the ward down here towards the south end of the jungle. Thinking about a TP out. Look at this sneaky devil, Merlini. What is he doing?
I mean, he could be ancient stacking.
Yeah, he could be ancient stacking.
There is opportunity cost here.
Yeah, true. He's committed a lot of time to these wards. Now I'm surprised, though. He doesn't have any wards left. Oh, okay. He's going to hang around. Looks like they want to gank on IX Mike. He's got all of his mobility tools available, but can they actually catch him? Stampede, Force Staff. Nope, he'll get glimpsed out of the Chrono. Oh, no. Now the Static Storm's going to miss. Also, IX Mike, this elusive bastard. How many ultimates are they going to use? Now the Dream Coil. And they've got the detection. Okay, they get the kill on Mike, but now off to the side, Lust gets caught. It's a 1-for-1 at least. And now eHug in shambles as they try to make it out. Puck will move into the back of the tree line. And no easy way to get to him, so Infinity should be all right. 25 seconds on his TP. But... oh, they're going to try for it. Fogged thinking about it. Arrow scouts it out. Fogged finds him. Can he actually kill Infinity, though?
Oh, wow. The Fizz are pushing out.
Is under attack.
Lucky little bandit. They still know he's here, though. 10 seconds on the TP. How much time are they going to waste trying to lock down this puck? TC on his way in. Fogged. Looking for him. Ooh, Arrow would have stolen him, but yeah, Infinity's just a little too sneaky. There's the TP out. He'll be just fine. So very awkward for eHug in that last fight, before the tail end at least, when, yeah, they got the kill on IX Mike, but it was so costly. A Chrono, Static Storm, and Dream Coil, all used to get the kill on the Centaur.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the way most of these fights are going to go, the future of this game is looking pretty damn bleak for eHug.
Well, at least they got a kill during nighttime, too. Momentum swing, momentum. We will use everything on you, IX Mike. Don't farm out. It's a message that they're trying to send.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ush is still top of the net worth chart. Pretty scary. We'll see initiation onto Lust as Stampede is used once more, and TC just pokes him down with that Night Stalker Claw. Meanwhile, near the tower, Snot jumped on by Mike. Mike forces out a Static Storm, and it may actually cost him his life as he's taking a lot of tower shots here. Yeah, they get that kill. Now the BKB popped by TC as he wants to go on Infinity. Now the Chronosphere comes out from SN, connects onto Fogged. Will find the kill there. TC does get back and stuck inside the kinetic field. I don't think there's anywhere for him to go. Certainly not. It will be eHug coming out way ahead in this exchange. Fluff looking to TP home, gets a glimpse over to the side, and there you go. 4 down on the side of Fire as eHug now move into the Roche pit.
Good Chronos by SN. This is really on the money there, hitting the ES and negating the majority of the Night Stalker's BKB. Still, do they have enough damage to do this? It looks like kind of. It's slow, but Fire is still all dead. No A on their side. The T1 is still up in mid, but I don't think they can get there in time. With the ES, TP and a smoke, maybe?
If they TP and go, this is a really slow Roche. Fogged is already TP'd in. Or pardon me, Ush is already TP'd in, but no, I don't think they're even going to try it. They're just going to let it fall. Okay.
Man, SN has caught up so nicely. Look at his items now.
What's he got? Maelstrom and almost the BKB. Yeah, he's made quite the recovery. Taking a look at the graphs here. Still about 2,000 gold for Fire, but that's about where it's been this whole game. So eHug have been hanging in there and now making a strike back. JW, how's his progress looking? BKB now after the Ags. So no refresher yet. But he is tanking up, and now that magic immunity.
They should be baiting out the replicates a lot more too in team fights, or they can make a replicate of Night Stalker for even more superior nighttime vision.
Yeah, that's true. That's another option. Yeah, maybe that's where TC's thinking next.
So it's a 4-staff for SNA too. Will not be a Scepter rush, which is very important versus the double BKBs.
Yeah, especially the BKB Morphling. It's a little surprising. Infinity will complete his Yules on the puck. Oh, we've got an even game on our hands here. Merlini again, Fire up won the first game pretty handily, and if they can take a win here, they can sit back and watch this next series. If eHug lose here, it's going to be a long day of Dota. That means they have to win the best of 3 in the losers bracket, then come back and win a best of 5, coming in 1 game down against Fire. If eHug can actually make that stretch, that will make for a very tricky grand finals. So eHug very motivated to take a win here, most certainly. Morphling, Manta BKB, another 2,000 gold. Ush still farming very well. Maybe wishing he had a hand of Midas at this point, as it looks like we'll be in this one for the long haul.
Yeah, his BKB hasn't really paid off for them at all. He picked it up maybe like 7 minutes ago? 6 or 7 minutes ago?
Something like that.
I mean, that's the thing about BKB. Fog calls it a game-losing item sometimes because of it being picked up in the wrong game or the wrong time. And I think BKB is necessary on Ush, but as I said before, it's not like a very early item, especially if eHug's playing the way they are, which is going for small engages, picks with Chronos, and then just getting huge on Razor and Faces Void. And Night Stalker doesn't really scale out well in the late. He is going kind of like the Brewmaster build with the mass auras.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what you have to do, or go for the Ags. Like, just move into utility-based items. I mean, he still has a silence, you know, still has a great slow. So, he can still do some damage, but as you get towards that late game, it has to be more about the utility and the pickoffs.
I don't know. The potential of big echoes, though, is still huge for Fire. And if they get a big echo, they can easily snowball off that.
Yeah, Fogged will... he does have his blink now, so that is something to be wary of. Roche, still down for a while. Aegis with 2 minutes left. You can tell that eHug still are not feeling that confident in this game, though. They've got the Aegis, and they have absolutely no sign of aggression.
Well, it's nighttime.
Yeah, that's true. I guess they're going to have to just let this Aegis... Well, they'll have about like a minute maybe to use it. But I don't think they will. BKB just about to come out on the Void, and Razor not going for the Refresher for a bit while longer. Now it goes for the Hyperstone, so probably an AC coming his way.
Yeah, it's more... I guess it's just more sustained damage. You don't have to rely on your Refresher for the burst. And it's also very nice for the Faceless Void. Well, Infinity sitting on bottom, and Lust will get picked off. I guess trying to de-ward or something on his lonesome.
Dude, he's been all around this bottom area. That's his turf, I guess.
Well, it leaves SN up top to farm safely, although he had the Aegis, so I don't really think he was that scared of dying anyways.
Still creating some space, I guess. This is a very quiet mid-game here. Both teams just enjoying their quadrants of the map as they sit back and farm. Stampede from Mike, okay. A little scared that I guess the rest of eHug were inbound, ready to jump on him. Here we go, maybe not too far from the truth. They will smoke up and move down to the Radiant jungle. But I don't think they're going to find anyone with this smoke unless Fire makes some kind of an odd rotation. Centaurs kind of headed their way as Mike goes to farm in the jungle, so maybe they'll catch him off here. No Stampede for him this time around. Oh, Mike. Uh-oh, he's walking into the danger zone. Do they see him? Yes, they do. SNA goes in for it right away, but Fogged is there. Huge echo, secures a kill on 2. Holy Toledo. IX Mike the bait.
I would actually say that's on the Disruptor. He didn't silence him, so he got the stun on 2 as Faces Void was time walking in. That can't happen.
Yeah, that was really nice.
If he drops a Static Storm, he also can't get echoed.
I mean, now Fogged has a Veil of Discord also.
Oh yeah,
so
the Veil.
He gets a lot out of that. They split the kills in half, but Fogg's farm is now really strong. I mean, just look at him relative to the other supports here. He's doubling the Venge. I mean, Venge is a hero that's pretty good in terms of scaling towards the late game relative to other supports, but I feel like this Earthshaker is just one-upping him at this point.
Man, they really took a fight at a bad time, too. That was like right when the Aegis expired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm surprised no Ags on TC, though. That Ags is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's some of it might be a preference thing to some degree.
More nighttime.
More nighttime. All right. So eHug, they're actually behind by a pretty good bit now. About 7,500 gold, 4,000 experience. That last little tiff in the bottom lane definitely made a difference. We'll see Morphling now go for the shotgun, and he's actually got the E-Blade. So Ush is like, he's officially online at this point.
Yeah. Both carries already have BKBs, but the supports are going to be in for a world of trouble.
Yep. The Venge and Disruptor both sitting around like 900 to 1,000 hit points. Puck, not super tanky either at about 1,300. Also just a good item against the Void. If he catches somebody else in the Chrono who he's going to burst down, you can throw it on him, and then, you know, he's just standing there looking at his ethereal hands trying to figure out why they ain't doing any damage. Even a BKB picked up on the Centaur now, so that will be BKB number 3 for the Radiant side. 3 BKBs, 3 points. Uh-oh. It's a wasted BKB. Oh, daddy, that's a 10-second BKB also.
At least it's not in vision, though.
Poor
so
guy.
eHug can't take advantage of it.
Yeah. Still sad, though. Always sad to see that.
Shadow.
Fluff.
Take us.
Moonlight Shadow. They're going to go bottom. I think they want Lust. He is farming really far forward. This Venge. Not afraid of anything and should be a little scared. There you go. That'll be an easy pickoff. No. Lust has been like in YOLO mode this game. He keeps getting caught out on like the complete opposite side of the map where he's usually going to be safe.
Yeah, but it's a Venge. If he's tanking some of the ganks at least. Oh no, the Chrono on the replicate.
Oh god. SN.
SN, please.
Yeah, that's going to be rough. So now they know the Chrono's down for 100 seconds. Big window here. Roche has not respawned, won't be up in this window. Looks like they have their sights set on the bottom lane. Razor defending the tower. Does have his AC complete. So Razor is somewhat tanky.
They need 30 seconds for Darkness, though. I think this is a pretty risky fight without Darkness because Night Stalker can't do anything.
Yeah, it's only 15 seconds. They'll still have plenty of time before that Chrono pops up. And now the AC is up on TC. Around the backside, Infinity, Invisibility Rune on, scouting out Ush, sees him here. Arrow almost clips him, actually, as Ush just TPs out. He does have a replicate down. Yep, has the Mirana here in lane. So they're trying to be pretty elusive with the replicate. I like the way they're doing it, keeping Fluff kind of hidden off to the side, and they're forcing out some spells. There you go. Infinity hops forward, reveals the Invis, and they blow up that replicate. Still a victory, though. I guess Ush can't get back into the battle now. So with that, Fire will just spread out and go right back to farming as they force a reaction out of eHug. Slow and steady, as they say.
Disruptor is also good versus Morphling because you can instant kill those replicates. Pretty nice, pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they could be lined up for a big echo here.
Yeah, eHug continuing to push down. Night Stalker comes in, saw the puck orb aggressively. And with that, thinking about getting a little feisty, but Stampede will be used. And looks like nothing will come out of it here. Morphling just split pushing up top with his illusions. Might still be able to get this tower despite the glyph. Gets denied by Razor. Well played by MJW, though. Close call. Meanwhile, in the Radiant jungle, Disruptor gets called out. Fog sets that one up. Now Lust gets finished off by that one stray Storm. Or Star, rather, from the Star Storm. Now Ush trying to chase down Infinity, but we saw how this went last time with the elusive Fairy Dragon. Fogged will Force Staff stun him, and well, Puck does manage to get off the phase shift. Fog trying to time it, a close call. And Infinity. Oh, is he going to live? Yep, he'll TP home. Wow, well played.
The great escape.
Yep, he lives, but Team Fire, man, they
TC
just
already in
shut him down. Yeah. Easy 2-for-0 on the supports, and I mean, your general sentiment about, you know, as long as supports are dying and carries are farming, it's okay for eHug, but there comes a point where these supports can only die so much before it starts to become a big deal.
And both supports died there to the Echo.
Yeah, we're getting to that point.
Roshan has fallen to the
Goes down once more. Ush will pick up the Aegis of the Immortal. No surprise about that one. Meanwhile, in the top lane, MJW trying to do some split push. TPs on their way in. Glyph's been used. He'll use his BKB, and that will ensure a safe TP home as Mike looks for the stun setup. So Fire pulling further and further into the lead here. Merlini now 12,000 gold, about 10,000 experience. With the Aegis of the Immortal, they should be feeling pretty damn brave. Ush with 3,800 gold after the E-Blade pickup. Scotty probably on the horizon.
It's looking rough. What can I say? It's on SN, I'd say. The big Chronospheres are going to be the make or break here. Razor, I mean, Razor's just a Razor. He can run in, but the Morphling's farmed enough where he can still right-click him even during his BKB. And, of course, you always have to worry about the Echo Slam jumps, BKB or not.
Yeah. This is one of these games where I feel like eHug can hang in there a bit longer. They can keep fighting, and they can certainly drag this game out, but how are they ever going to be able to really break the high ground? I mean, unless Fire do something really silly and take a terrible fight far out of the base.
I see what you're saying. That it's like playing to not lose as opposed to playing to win.
Yeah, exactly. Like, where is the strategy to actually take a victory here, and not just break even or kind of defend in these fights? That's,
I mean, when you're this far behind, you do have to rely on opponent's mistakes there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see some opportunities created here and there, but with the Aegis on Fire side, they have so much wiggle room that it's...
eHug aren't even interested in defending this tower. They're just going to turtle up towards the high ground. No Glyph available. This is a really scary time. No Glyph. Aegis in the hands of the opponent, and you're quickly running out of safety structures here. Only one outer tower remains. Fogged almost gets left behind, but he will be okay.
Faces Void going for the butterfly.
All right. An item that you've been talking about quite a bit recently. I feel like every game I've been casting with you, it's like, you should go for the butterfly here the past few days.
Well, Spectre should have, for sure. Butterfly's really good, dude.
That's what I'm talking about. I can't disagree. Butterfly's damn good, but still see it a little hit or miss.
The flutter.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, the BOT is up on Morphling. That's his next big item.
He also needs Butterfly. Or Scotty. Actually, I think Scotty's better than Butterfly here.
Dire's bottom tower
Scotty.
has fallen.
Just got to live through the Chronos, man. Now a basher on
he can
TC.
morph during the Chrono.
Dire's bottom tower
that's true.
is under attack.
As long as the puck doesn't catch him.
And he has the Aegis.
Well, they're just going to go into the high ground. The Tier 3 tower takes a lot of damage before they even react. MJW now trying to steal some damage. They will glimpse him back. Ush makes it out of the kinetic field, though. He'll be okay. MJW BKB for a few more seconds, but needs to be careful here. Fissure expires just in the nick of time, but now IX Mike comes in. Nice swap from Lust. Keeps the Razor alive, but Ush hops forward, finds the kill. Now blows up Infinity. It's a decent chrono, but there's just no follow-up damage. eHug falling like flies as Fire just run over him. A buyback's used by the Razor, but it's going to be a 6-0 at this rate. GG, well played. Not a moment too soon as Team Fire just looking damn good. Ultra kill for Ush in that final moment. Ooh. I feel like that team fight just came out of nowhere, dude. It was like pretty even, and then just team implosion.
Fog played really well that last fight too. Fissure blocked the Razor because they couldn't kill him during the BKB, but he didn't have a retreat path, and then after that he just got stunned up. Everyone's forced to come in, faces Void, tries the Chronosphere, and then boom, Echo Slam, and I finish them all.
All right, so there you go. 2-0 in our first best of 3. Plenty more Dota coming your way, folks. That was the winners bracket finals for the Starladder 11 playoffs. So now Fire will be secured in the grand finals with a 1-game advantage going into that best of 5. Up next, we'll have Team eHug versus Root Gaming, the loser bracket finals. The loser of that will be walking home empty-handed, and the winner will be squaring up against Team Fire, the team that may be on fire in this tournament. In that scary best of 5. Merlini's done. He's checked out. Solo casting the rest of the day, folks. Next series is scheduled to start. What is the start time, Merlini?
You tell me, dude.
I think we've got another hour. I think it starts at 2.
Cool.
So we've got about an hour break here. Pretty quick first series, and then we'll have eHug versus Root. So thanks for joining us, folks. If you enjoyed the cast, you can follow us on Twitter at Zyori TV, at Merlini Dota, and at Beyond the Summit to stay up to date with all things happening here in the studio. We'll be back with plenty more Starladder America playoff action.